Okay. Thank you.
Not that you're hot, but
I got you. I got you.
what?
Live,
Thank you.
live.
Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the 12/13/2023 regular meeting. At this time, Mr. Flicky, you lead us in the pledge, please.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which stands one nation under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you. Roll call, please, Mr. Covell.
Mr. O'Gara,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet,
Here,
and Mr. Kempers.
Here.
I'd like to make a motion to approve the minutes dated 11/8 and 11/15.
second.
Motion and a second, roll call vote. Mr. O'Gara.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet.
Yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion for the passage and the authorization of the payments of all outstanding bills for the township.
Second.
Motion and a second, roll call vote. Mr. O'Gara.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet.
Yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes.
All right, before we get there, Chief, we're gonna go right to you. How's that?
Oh, perfect.
So then we make sure we're safe out there. You guys can see our man get sworn in and then we can go from there. So, we're gonna go with Chief Wilson and you can take it over.
Okay. I just have a few things. We received $4,199.81 from the state of Ohio for the body worn or the body armor grant for 2023, and I just gave that to PJ. Canine Pogo was certified through America Working Dog last month. Township and village officers joined the holiday festivities in Poland this year by escorting the Poland Express throughout the township and the village and at all their stops they made. Patrolman Joe Patton has requested to return to regular patrol duties the first of the year. Patrolman Patton has been an SRO at the high school for about 4 years now. His request was approved, and that's where we are tonight. I'm very honored to ask the Poland Township trustees to approve hiring Mark Bruce as a full-time Poland Township police officer. Mark was hired last year as a part-time officer and has 7 years of full-time of experience with the Mahoney County Sheriff's Department. Mark will be the first lateral transfer in the history of Poland Township, and we're excited to have him on as a full-time police officer if you approve.
Well, welcome back. And we've been personally excited. So, Ms. Wald, anything?
No, welcome back again.
Mr. Kempers?
The same. Welcome back.
Like to make a motion to approve the full-time hiring of Officer Mark Bruce to start per union 12/27/23.
Second.
Motion and a second, roll call vote. Mr. O'Gara.
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet.
Yes.
Mr. Kempers.
Yes. We'll let him, you're gonna swear him in, correct? And then, we'll get a picture?
Yep.
Thank you.
Mark, come on. I do solemnly swear and affirm that I will support the Constitution and the laws of the United States of America. The Constitution and the laws of the state of Ohio. The laws and ordinances of the political subdivision to which I am appointed. And to the best of my ability will discharge the duties of this office. Congratulations.
Would you like to say anything? Hey, these guys are gotta watch me. They're gonna start giving you creatine and get you down in the weight room. All right, let's grab a picture.
Quick picture with Mark.
And I was nice and saying creatine.
You gotta have.
Oh, yes.
Eric just reads them, they're here.
Oh, there, this is one. I don't.
Yeah,
What if you,
I listed them.
see, Mark, I didn't know that was in here. Okay, so do I need the parcel number too? Is that what you're doing?
That is.
I'm gonna read it.
Here you go, just read it. Here you go, just reads it.
All right, thanks, Brad. See you soon. Oh, yeah. Well, I got his cell. You can text it to him. No, wait, he's hooking me up down the courthouse, so let's wait till
Yeah.
after that. All right. Okay, we'll get back on track here. So this is the final appropriations. I'd like to make a motion for the resolution 2339 for the 2023 final appropriations.
Second,
Motion is second, roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
yes.
Mr. Campers?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion for resolution 2340, which is the 90-day appropriations.
Second,
Motion is second, roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
yes.
Mr. Campers?
Yes.
We'll skip this, come back to that. So I'd like to make a motion for resolution 2342. This resolution is asking the commissioners to prohibit the construction of any economically significant wind farms or large wind farms or large solar facilities in our area. Anything you'd like to add, Ms. Wallach?
Again, this is a large wind farms. I did a little bit of research, and probably what was the most compelling to me to not have them is what it does to the landowners and the property values by these wind farms. There was an article just that I was reading. It was from ecowatch.com, and the closer you are to them, like your housing value tends to go down. So that was the most compelling to me. And once again, this is large solar farms. I'm not against alternative methods or, usage, but this, not really.
Mr. Kempers?
Oh, good.
Yep, and I just acted, I'm in favor of prohibiting them just based off the farmers and the Farm Bureau. They're really, they would like to keep the land for us to grow crops. So I make a motion for resolution
And
2342.
and I'll second the motion.
Motion is second. Any further discussion? Roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
Mr. Campers?
Yes.
I'd like to make a motion for resolution 2343. This is authorizing the Township Administrator, Mr. Covell, to submit applications and execute contracts as our Chief Executive Officer for like OPWC funding and things of that nature for our upcoming Polo Boulevard resurfacing in Denver Drive.
Yeah, and these are all talked about publicly. It's
Yeah.
not, it's talked about, but there's so many paperwork involved in it, so we're just authorizing it to get the signature. So I will second that.
Okay, motion is second. Roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
Mr. Campers?
Yes.
This is an easy one to read. I'd like to make a motion for resolution 2344. This is a nuisance order. This is 7450 Youngstown Pittsburgh Road and 5210 Kennedy Road. Ms. Magazine, is this our meth house?
Yes.
Okay.
One of them.
Okay, good. Thank you. We appreciate it. And the residents will appreciate it. So we have a motion for that nuisance order?
And I'll second the motion.
Motion and a second. Roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
And Mr. Campers?
Yes.
This is a resolution 2345. It is a resolution to prohibit adult use cannabis operators, so marijuana for the general public, and medical marijuana cultivators, processors, and retail dispensers within the unincorporated area of Poland Township. So, only thing I'll say is that we were the only township in what was that, Ms. Wall, 2016 to actually outlaw the growth of medical marijuana. So I think our board has always been very anti-drug. And at this time where you have a resolution up for outlawing any of the dispensaries and things of that, once this starts hitting the ground and running. We have a second.
And I'll second it.
Any further discussion?
Ms. Wall, anything you'd like to add?
No, I think it speaks for itself, so.
That's it.
Same.
Okay, roll call vote. Mr. Angaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
Yes.
And Mr. Campers?
Yes.
No guests here, no public hearing. Finance report, Mr. Cantor.
Just gonna go through the year since we're at November. So our year-to-date revenue is $4,644,750.53. And our year-to-date expenditures is $4,664,623.40. So, pretty close to even. Any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Cantor?
Even is always good.
All right, so nothing for Mr. Cantor. The Natural Research Grant, Mr. Cavell, you want to update us? I know we're looking for a match, is that correct?
Yes, we received a grant from the Ohio Department of Natural Resources and it's called the Nature Works Grant. Mr. Flukie worked with me along with some folks in the community to put this grant together, and we were awarded $29,000 to complete all phases of the project. The estimate is around $75,000. But we can move ahead with just phase one at this point. We have secured $5,000 from Caslow, and then we're seeking another $5,000. We have some potential donors in place for that so that we can do phase one, which would include a handicap accessible trail going from the road to the pavilion and to the concession area and restrooms for handicapped folks. So,
Soccer been contacted? Anything?
yes,
their organization?
soccer's been contacted. Very positive conversation. And, so hopefully we can at least get phase one done. They've approved that we can do just that phase one using this money. And then with our match, you know, we can, because it's a 70-30 match, 30 being, the remaining amount we can get for contributions. And then we can have that accessibility trail put in hopefully this spring, have that taken care of. Yeah.
I guess when I asked soccer, is there any financial skin in the game from them
They
at this stage?
they haven't come, they said they would support it,
Okay,
but they haven't come in with an
okay,
amount yet.
okay, got you.
So they're kind of looking at it. And like I said, Caslow has reaffirmed their support. And
Republican would probably be the next step. We could,
yes, I talked to him about it, and you know, he said he would look into it.
okay.
So you say this is the sidewalk going from the street?
Yeah, phase one would be from the street to the pavilion, then to the concession area, so that handicapped folks would have access to those facilities.
Is that what we're calling the trail?
Yes,
It's a trail.
yeah, we call it an
Okay.
accessibility trail.
And then what's stage two? What will be left?
Stage two would be a pad in the parking lot, and marked for handicapped vehicles there. But since we were, since we decided to just go in two phases, then, in talking with, particularly the soccer people, they said most handicapped people are just dropped off at that point on the street.
They could just walk.
And so now they'll be able to have wheelchair access and, you know, easier walking. I mean, it's more than just, you know, when we talk about handicap, but, you know, it could be walkers or just people with difficulty walking on gravel pavement. And, yeah,
So is phase two more like the drainage part of it
the drainage part is included.
in phase two?
No, in phase one.
Oh, it is, okay.
Mhm. Yep,
Thank you.
Even if you get a lot of rain too, you know, it gets money back there.
of course,
You
yeah,
know what I mean? So it'll be good.
yeah.
Well, good job, because I know you have a ton of time on this.
Yeah,
Thank
and
you.
it just, and you too, Mr. Kempers, you kind of started with this, and it's been a passion for all three trustees to get this in, and, Mrs. Wallet spent considerable amount of time working on it. She even met out, with one of the potential donors and spent some time on this, so it was a team effort for sure.
And I do think it'll be a good team effort to get Republic. I think that'll be our closing.
Yeah.
deal.
Yeah, that'd be nice.
Thank you. So this is, bottom line is Camell is complete.
Yes,
All right, great. And it costs nobody in pulling anything other than your sales tax.
correct.
Thank God.
And I have to say, I love them like new storm sewers.
Wow.
Like the new storm sewers, when the sewers that they put in, they're the cement link or,
Yeah.
oh my gosh, they're so nice.
Finally put Camella to rest.
Yeah, that was
Uh,
about time over there.
It
Was
looks
that, it was
nice.
about 5 years and more sit there.
Yeah,
The, those are the new ones that they came out with, so like if, what they're gonna be doing from now on, if we ever do replacements like that again.
They're so nice. It really looks nice.
Good. Mr. Flicky, park, please.
For this month, we had a request from the Cross Country Club, a request for a handrail to be installed from the parking area up the hill to the spectator area there. It's our recommendation that we seek funding from the school district for materials and installation of that handrail there, because it would benefit the cross-country course there.
Are you talking like a rope, like the wood?
No,
rope,
we
like
would,
what
we
you
would
talking-
go with the handrail because
Oh, like
it's
an
for-
actual handrail.
Yes, we would need, a rope would swing back and forth, and some of the grandparents who have to climb the hill there. Rope would just cause, I would
I thought there
think
was a
more trouble.
rope there one time.
No, we've
No?
never had anything on that
Okay.
hillside. Some park visitors have mentioned to the park board about, on some of our bridges and boardwalks, on some type of non-skid service be placed on those. During wet air times, the boards are slippery and wet, so we're looking into doing something with that for this spring coming up. We have at the handicap parking in front of the Oak Grove Picnic Pavilion there at the playground. We put curb stops in there. They're blue, for handicap parking, so they wouldn't pull up and block the sidewalk. Unfortunately, people are walking and shortcutting through the parking area there, and they're tripping over that curb stop. Our recommendation is to remove the curb stop there and not put anything else there and see how that goes. Most of the time when there's special events, there's no one parking there anyway at the time, so it wouldn't be a problem with people blocking that sidewalk there for us.
Ken, just another thought. Can you put cones up or something, or you think they'd be missing, just so that maybe if
we-
something's higher, they'll see it?
We were borrowing the barricades from Tom, and we're barricading the curbings when they had special events there or whatever. If a handicapped person would park there, that would end the situation, but like I said,
Okay.
normally no one ever parks there during special events, so.
All right.
We have purchased the 40-inch pit for the sled riding area, the fire pit. We've began installation of gravel in that area to secure, requested from the Western Reserve Fire District, gravel area about 25 foot in diameter area there, with the pit being right in the center there. We'd like to thank the Township Road Department. They cleared the underbrush around the Purple Martin Colony area for their improvement project. The Lions Club very appreciated that. Park Board also appreciated Tom and his crew out there clearing that area for us. Again, the Christmas bird count's coming up starting on December 14th through January 5th, and we will be participating in the Audubon Christmas bird count. Recycling the trees, the park would like to encourage residents to drop off their Christmas trees at the road department so we can use those at the birding area and the wildlife feeding area that we have in the park there. And the Christmas tree, the park township Christmas tree has been decorated, and the park board members would like to wish all the residents this year a season's greetings. And that's all I have this month for you.
You too, Mr. Flicky.
Yeah,
thank you.
thank you.
Real quick, because I know under recycling, we're showing that we have the green team, or correct, picks up Christmas trees, or is that us, Tommy?
We go around, pick them up on the curbs.
So now you can dump them at the park, or?
No, we dump them at our shop, then he comes and gets them. But
Okay,
I could work something out if he wants some dropped off at his place, because we're taking them out
Touch-
anyways.
touch base with Tommy, because you're right, you'll have a lot, obviously, this is correct, Mr. Covell, 1226 through 131. So we got a good span there. So if you need some trees, get a hold of Tommy.
ODNR picks up some of the trees too for
Okay.
their fishing structures and local lakes in County here.
Okay. Anything else, Mr. Covell, under recycling, or is that it?
No, that's it. Just announce that they're doing the recycling.
Hey, Mark, they're adding extra dumpsters too.
Oh, yes, yes. We got that email today. Joanne forwarded it to us. They're adding 2 extra dumpsters to,
During the season.
especially because the holiday's on a Monday. That's usually our dump day. And so they're putting 2 extra bins to help handle the volume from Christmas holiday.
Thank you. Good. Ms. Magazine, zoning, please.
He'll do that, just.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll just
do
make
your
the
motion.
I didn't know what was.
Yeah, no, I'll get to that.
Okay,
Just a report.
so we have the monthly zoning report for the month of November 2023. We had 2 new structures at $298,200 with fees collected at $2,088. 4 additions and improvements at $41,114, fees at $288. 1 miscellaneous sale, which was a zoning resolution, $15. 1 zoning appeal at $375 collected, and 27 violations. The monthly totals were $339,314. Fees collected were $2,766. So,
Anything from Ms. Magazine?
No, thank you.
Thank you for that nuisance. And at this time, we got rid of Camilla. Now we're getting rid of this car. So I would like to make a motion to finally make a motion to authorize $420 towards the purchase of the vehicle. We authorized $39,000 and it came in $39,420, and our fiscal officer recommended that we do it this way. And thank you for your due diligence.
Anytime.
So I make a motion to approve 420.
second,
Roll call vote, Mr. Angaro,
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach,
Yes.
Mr. Campers.
Yeah.
Merry Christmas, Ms. Magazine.
that's what it feels
Right in time. So we got 2 of them down. We got 2
It
of our,
feels like Christmas.
we got 2 of
We
our
need the
big ticket
keys
items
first.
down. The levy will be the 3rd, and then we can all enjoy Christmas. Mr. Monas, Tommy.
Yeah, we, rebuilt that catch basin in 4 Seasons, like you called them out. That's been done.
Oh, okay.
It's finished. We, had to suck out leaves in catch basins and jet lines and stuff because people just keep putting their leaves down in our catch basins. We, finished our leaf removal at the cemetery and, got all of our equipment's ready for winter and our fuel came in, yesterday. So we're good to go for winter.
And we're good for salt.
Oh, we are very good for salt.
Okay.
And you got your trucks, right? Ready to roll.
Our trucks are ready to roll. Everything's ready and set up for salt and everything. So
Hopefully we don't
we're ready to pull out.
Okay, real quick. So this is just, it's on here. Most people don't understand like Class A or B as far as CDLs are concerned. But I think, what was it, Tommy, about 6 months ago or 7 months ago, there was a Youngstown City Park Department worker who was on the side of a road, and a lawn company guy was driving a tractor or a truck with a trailer on the back. It wasn't hitched on. It came off and it ended up, it pretty much paralyzed the kid. So I was talking with the people from the city, and really what happens is if you don't have a Class A, you're not supposed to be driving the trailers.
We have one guy with a Class A license.
Yes.
It would be nice to have one of my guys go get his Class A. So we have a second driver with a Class A. In case one guy's off, we have another guy to go.
And I guess this came up because most places kind of have like an unwritten handshake where, like, if you got a B, sometimes they'll let you. I'm not saying it's legal where it happens here, but just for legal purposes, we should have 2 guys with a Class A. And I think we talked that it should just be based on seniority. This isn't going to be something that's offered to like every person. It's just I guess the pecking order is what? You? Darren has it.
Darren has it, and Lou's the next guy up, and we're going to let Lou take his class, but that's up to you guys, because there'd be time missed off of work, plus, per our contract, if we complete it and he gets you would have to pay for the classing.
Okay,
So,
well,
I mean,
we got to decide. And first of all, it's probably not going to be in the winter. obviously.
No, it would be like a summer thing.
Okay.
Do you know when the class starts and where it's at?
I know it's at Newcastle School of Trades, and I don't know exactly when that class starts, so we would have to look more into that. He's looking for more of if the trustees are interested in paying for it, then he would go get his permit and stuff, and we would have to go take the classes. But it would,
So you do not want it.
I absolutely do not want it.
Okay. And Darren has it. So this is a seniority type thing.
Yes.
And Lou does want it.
Yes.
Well, it's a.
And I talked to my other guys, and they're all right with Lou taking it.
Is there any other places you can go? I mean, is this something we
There's-
shop?
There-
around?
There's
there's-
many.
Oh, there's many?
There's many, but this is the closest.
Okay.
There's more than you think,
Closer than that.
that are right around here, yep.
Well,
And I don't know, maybe the price is the same for, I don't really care where, I don't know if there's big price difference from one to the other, and this was for the Class A.
All right.
But then-
I just Googled it.
just at least shop around. But,
All right.
okay, so,
I'll send it to you in March. They don't say prices, just this place, this place, this place, places you would never expect.
so I guess just for.
Yeah, I know
permit
they just
reasons,
changed the rules where you used to be able to go take it,
Yeah,
and now everything's changed. You can't go take it. You have to take a, I think it's
Course.
4-week class.
Right.
I think it's important to have another person, but I think we need to get this in writing and there needs to be some stipulations, like if we're gonna send him and he's gonna miss some work, that he has to commit to this department to stay here for X amount of years, or else he would have to pay back. the cost.
Reimburse us.
You know, reimburse us the money for the cost
Yes,
of course.
I mean, that's understandable.
Yeah.
we don't want to get him a Class A and then he goes to ODOT.
Yeah.
Correct.
So,
Yeah.
but let's be.
Yeah.
All right, so let him know we're okay with him pursuing his permit, but he's going to have to sign something where if he bolts, he's
Yeah.
paying us back.
I believe he will do that. So,
Okay. And then we'd like to make a motion to approve Carmen Pagano as seasonal employee at a rate of $12.75, not to exceed 30 hours a week, up until just January 8th, 2024.
Second,
Motion and a second. Roll call vote. Mr. Angara?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallach?
yes.
Mr. Kempers?
Yes.
Is there any public comment? Okay, we're gonna go back to, and this is our last of our 3 conversations we've had a million times, but we can't say that we don't do our due diligence, that's for sure. So obviously we put a levy on, and we're not gonna get it because we have a million conversations about it, but 2 were coming off, we combined it into 1. It added up to a 0.98 millage, which at the time brought in, what was it, Mr. Kenner, about $358,000?
Correct.
Okay. Well, everybody, I'm sure you heard your parents talk about evaluations, houses went up. So we approved at our last meeting, the same thing, 0.98. Well, in between there and there, they came with the new evaluations, and I think it came in at what, 480?
481,612.
Okay. So us knowing now what the financial impact will be on our residents, I don't know, we'll start with ladies first. Mrs. Wall, what's your take on,
Sure.
where we're at?
I think when you go back to, the original start of this, which was 2022, again, you have to get it on the ballot. Our end of it has to be 3 months before, 90 days before the election. And so this has been talked about 6 months, so say July of 22. And the original intent was never to raise more money. It's just to get back what we lost with the removals. And I really want to stick to that so that when we're trying to sell this and it's January, February, March, what's coming out of my mouth is no new money. And I really want to stick to that. So I want to lower the millage so that we are paying, it's just to get back what the state is taking away.
So our first step, just so I'm clear from you, and then we'll ask Mr. Kempers, is, so you would be in favor of doing away with the resolution we have right now?
Yes, I would.
Okay,
Because
gotcha.
it generates too
Gotcha.
much money.
Okay. Mr. Kempers?
So basically, like I was the last time we talked about this, I agree with everything that you say, and I'd be fine with that. What would that bring it down to? A 0.78?
It'd be about a 0.73.
This is
About a
what's-
0.73. But again, when we say, and if we did, I guess we could say no new money. What we said before, when we failed, it was no new millage. But our intentions, like Joanne said, was not to bring in a lot more money than we were getting before. But I'd also be okay with adding in the $230,000 that we're gonna lose for the first year. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And I still think we could say no new money.
Okay.
But I don't know what that brings. So I'm okay with the 0.78, or I'm okay with also the trying to get to 230,000. I think we can honestly say it's no new money.
So what would that be, about 40
So-
grand a
so
year,
you're 30
Karen?
Yeah, it's 46,000 a year.
So what would that millage be?
So that'd be 350.
So you got a 0.73 as
46,000.
is, 0.98 is gone.
$404,000 would be our,
0.8, oh,
So
so
404.
393.
Jason.
Yeah.
That'd be a .82.
So 0.82 would get us about 40,
404.
about 40 grand more.
Yeah,
And then-
46 more per year.
And then that would give us, over 5 years, the 200 grand we lost.
Correct.
Okay. So that's a 0.82, you said?
Yep, .82,
All right.
2724332.
I mean, I've been the same the whole time. I mean, the only thing I could say is if we go with the 0.73, I know we're losing money. And I think everybody, Chief, Tommy, I mean, Patty, Miss Magazine, everybody pretty much got their wish list. Like, we're not doing anything for a year. I mean, I'm just pretty much, we're throwing it out there. And I've always been in favor of getting this through and then asking for new money when the time was right. Did this throw a hiccup in there? Yes, it did, but I think everybody's going to be pretty much on blast that we're not doing anything if we go with the 0.73. So the first thing we're going to do is make a motion to absolve Resolution 2341.
Second.
We're all in favor of that.
Yes, second.
Motion and a second, roll call vote. Mr. Ongaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet?
Yes.
Mr. Campers?
Yes.
All right, so between 0.73 and 0.82, I don't know. If my gut says I'd make a motion for the 0.73.
Just keep in mind, if you have any retirements next year, that's going to be taking a lot of money out of it.
I agree.
Just letting you know.
Our
I'm
meetings
sure
are going to
there's
go
someone-
real fast because there's not going to be anybody asking for anything for
Yeah.
a year. So that would be my motion, to make it 0.73 and keep it at that. So that's my motion. If I get a second and we vote, then that's it.
I'm
Not-
going to second that motion.
Okay, any further discussion? Okay, roll call vote. Mr. Ongaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet?
Yes.
Mr. Campers?
Yes.
There we go. So
7-3.
just for our house cleaning, we're sending this resolution down with those numbers. It would have to get certified to Mr. Canner. And then we already have a special meeting lined up for 4 o'clock Monday. We will approve this, and then it'll go down, and then it'll be on the ballot, and that's where it's at.
For spring ballot, spring.
It's going to be March, so it's a presidential year, so everything's going to be bumped up. That's why we're like under the gun here. All right. Any public comment? We said no, correct? Executive session, we have no executive session, so at this time, I'd like to make a motion to adjourn at
I
6:35.
didn't get to say happy.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
No, I'm sorry. Yes.
Merry
Go.
Christmas, everyone, and have a happy New Year.
Anything, Mr. Kempers?
Ditto. Always ditto with you.
Hey, I agree. Merry Christmas, and now we can just move forward with getting this levy passed the way we want it. We're not going to have sidebar conversations, and we just move forward. So, thank you, and I make a motion to adjourn at 6:36.
Second.
Motion and a second, roll call vote. Mr. Ongaro?
Yes.
Mrs. Wallet?
Yes.
Mr. Campers?
Yes.
Quick meetings from here on out.